And I've often felt it. I've sat there and I have felt the knife slipped firmly in between my shoulder blades and tried to have it shoved through the other side.
Can you sense the heat coming off this latest Hollywood drama? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is making waves. This time not in the...
To be exposed to sexual abuse. That's a breeding ground for trafficking. I promise you that...
on the big screen, but with some pointed commentary aimed straight at Mel Gibson. What's got Tinseltown? Whispering and fans leaning in. It's all tied to the explosive aftershocks of Sound of Freedom, and the buzz is anything but quiet. This controversial film, once helmed with the involvement of Gibson and directed by Alejandro Monteverde, is back under the microscope. While it first made noise for its dark narrative about the global scourge of human trafficking, it's now triggering conversations about something even deeper. Alleged
Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness.
Secrets involving some of Hollywood's elite. The storyline doesn't just expose a horrifying criminal underworld. It seems to suggest that people in high places might have more knowledge or involvement than they've let on. The reaction in the entertainment industry has been intense. Shock, denial, and carefully worded PR responses are flooding in from celebrities.
Movies like this, documentaries like this, shows like this, there's a lot of people that don't want to do it because where are you going to platform it?
And producers alike. The movie, with its grim revelations and finger-pointing tone, has ruffled feathers, especially among those who usually stay untouchable in the glitzy inner circle. Many are wondering if the silence from major networks and media outlets...
But that you could, that some of your worst nightmares were real.
...around this film isn't just an oversight, but a deliberate attempt to keep the lid on what could be a deeply unsettling truth. Among the more eyebrow-raising developments, some social media circles are pulling Oprah Winfrey into the fray. Speculation, though unproven, suggests she might have used her media influence not just for storytelling, but potentially for manipulating behind-the-scenes opportunities with questionable motives. If there's any substance to these rumors, it could deliver a serious blow to her well-crafted public image. But the plot thickens around Dwayne Johnson, known globally for his charisma, charm, and...
The system is completely based on money. The studio system.
Charitable initiatives. The Rock now finds himself tangled in speculative accusations. Whispers claim his philanthropic missions abroad may not be as pure-hearted as they appear, hinting at possible, darker undertones. It's the kind of twist that feels almost too surreal. But this is Hollywood, and stranger things have happened. Johnson, true to his larger-than-life persona, responded firmly. He called the claims absurd and emphasized his lifelong dedication to
entertainment. It's a big, dark mafia. And then what happens is...
and uplifting people, denying any link to the disturbing implications raised by the film. Yet, what added fuel to the fire was a tweet he posted, then swiftly deleted, expressing disbelief at the allegations. That move has sparked even more curiosity, prompting fans and critics alike to ask, why pull the message if there's nothing? To hide, the timing of all these accusations feels calculated to some, like a storm unleashed with a specific goal. Could it be an orchestrated takedown? Or are these alarm bells signaling a truth?
You can't build a resentment about it. You have to still try and love those people.
Yeah.
Because that's the way they're thinking.
That's been buried too long. With big names like James Fox and Oprah also swirling in the rumor mill, the web of suspicion is growing ever more tangled. The public is now grappling with a tough question. Are these tales just the latest batch of conspiracy-laced entertainment, gossip, or is there a chilling reality behind them? In the eye of this storm stands Johnson, who despite his denials may face mounting pressure to open up more, take further action, or at the very least offer deeper transparency. Because when the spotlight turns this intense, simply saying not guilty might not be enough. Should he be leading the charge against human trafficking, lending a voice to victims, and pushing for tougher actions and laws? Just some food for thought as we navigate this celebrity gossip maze. The spotlight remains firmly on Hollywood's choices. As a recent move that's got everyone's eyebrows raised, Mel Gibson, no stranger to steering the narrative his own way, has hopped on the bandwagon for Sound of Freedom. With a career already spilling with decisions that most would consider, let's say, ballsy. This might seem like just another page in a Gibson playbook.
Whether you think that's conspiracy, Knock yourself out. All of us that can think, we're not bothered by you anymore. We're not bothered by the things you say.
Why dive into such deep waters, especially when there's a risk of getting some cold shoulders at those posh Hollywood parties? Diving deep into Mel's past choices, it's clear that this isn't just a whim. The man is known to pick out stories that others might tiptoe around. He's always had a thing for the underdog, the overlooked, and the controversial. Think about it. From epic...
First time I really came over here. You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Braveheart to deep dives into faith with the passion of the Christ. Gibson's not just in it for the popcorn. He's here to spark conversation, to make us question, discuss, and sometimes even dispute. These aren't just flicks, they're statements. But Sound of Freedom isn't just another feather in Gibson's cap. No, it's a loudspeaker on a global issue that's been whispered about for way too long. Human trafficking. Hollywood's no stranger to the glitz and glamour, but real issues like these often get sidestepped. But here's Mel in his true style making. Sure, it gets his moment under the spotlight. Now for those...
I think it is moving forward. I think that light has definitely been shone into the dark regions, and it's painful, but it's a necessary...
...who are all about the real-life heroes. Gibson's given us plenty in the past. His projects always seem to orbit around real people, real struggles, and real courage, and Sound of Freedom is no different. Center stage, we have Tim Ballard. Remember the name, because this ex-government agent story is nothing short of heroic. Walking away from a cushy desk job to dive headfirst into the dangerous world of rescuing children from human trafficking. That's the stuff of legends. It's not just about the adrenaline and heroics, though. Mel's decision to bring Ballard's story to the screen is a deep dive into commitment, sacrifice, and the raw human spirit. The journey is fraught with danger, sure, but
you got to be willing to fight for your rights and fight for what you believe in.
Showcases what a person can achieve when driven by purpose, by something bigger than themselves. As we immerse ourselves in this narrative, one thing's clear. It's a celebration of human tenacity, of rising above, and most importantly, of fighting the good fight. But here's the thing. Gibson isn't just repeating himself. Every film he makes is like shining a flashlight on the dark corners of society, the parts we often turn a blind eye to. His movies are more than entertainment. They're like wake-up calls, reminders of the real-world monsters and the actual heroes who stand tall against them. Sound of Freedom.
Did a lot of research on it, and according to all the research, it was way worse than that, anything I showed.
It's the latest alarm bell in Gibson's collection, emphasizing that even in our modern world, terrors persist. And yet so do the outstanding individuals who dedicate their entire lives to facing them head on. With this film, Gibson isn't just adding another feather to his already impressive hat of compelling stories. Nope, it's also a testament to his unwavering commitment to presenting tales of flesh and blood heroes. Those who don't back down, whose resilience could probably put the Energizer Bunny to shame. These are not just characters on a screen, but reflections of true human grit and spirit. Now, for the real tea, there's a twist in this tale. Sound of Freedom throws some shade, hinting at the involvement of some of Hollywood's bigwigs in, let's say, not-so-kosher activities. Spicy, right? And given Gibson's, let's call it complicated. History with Tinseltown. This feels like more than just a plot twist. It's got everyone whispering, is Gibson using a sound of free freedom to throw a punch at Hollywood's hierarchy? Is this his way of sparking debates about the possible skeletons lurking in the closets of the entertainment world? Only